my channel. My name is Angelica. I am a registered nurse and nurse health coach. I've been doing a lot of research, ouch, and just trying to address something that I really have not seen be addressed. So, as you know, I have struggled with weight loss for quite some time. This past year, starting in maybe like August, I journeyed on this program called the 40-Day Turn Up. Did a lot of work, soul searching, really learned how to eat. And that is the one thing that I feel like was missing over the years. And really getting to the heart of it, which is a mindset change. The thing when it comes to diets and fad diets and trying to figure out what's right for you is everybody wants a quick fix. You know, you see on YouTube, and you can research this for yourself. The videos with the most views and things like that are going to be the videos that say you can lose 20 pounds in a week or 2 weeks. You know, those videos, how I lost 80 pounds in 3 months, how I lost, those videos are the videos that people are clicking on because people want the quick fixes. This past summer or two, maybe the past 2 summers, BBLs were on the rise. I mean, it's just, the mommy makeovers and all the different things because people just want a quick fix. I was that person. I'm not bashing anybody because I was that person too. I wanted a quick fix. I took weight loss pills, which landed me in the hospital because my heart was racing. So, I mean, I've done it too. I've done, don't eat for days. And again, heart racing. I mean, it's all correlated. It all goes together. There is no quick fix. If you have a desire to change something about yourself that you don't like, it's time to look at changing your lifestyle. It's time to look at what will last a lifetime. Not 30 days, not 60 days, not 2 weeks, not even 6 months. It is about a lifestyle change because even if you lose weight in that quick amount of time, what is the likelihood that you're going to gain it back? Because you're not doing what you need to do to keep it off. Do you have to starve yourself? No, you can eat. I lost weight eating food. And there were times where I felt like I was eating too much and I still lost weight. So you can eat real food and lose weight. You just got to learn what to do. So this video that I'm bringing to you today is about rapid weight loss and the side effects of it. We see so much out here about the keto diet, about low carb, low fat, low this, low that, 21 day, 14 day. The rapid weight loss can be dangerous. And those are the things they don't tell you about. Lose 10 pounds in 10 days. Lose a dress size in a week. It sounds great, right? That's the first thing we want to click on. That's where we want to go to. The things they don't tell you, though, about rapid weight loss is it can cause you to have gallstones where you never had any. Ask me how I know. And I'm sitting here a few days post-op from gallbladder surgery. Ask me how I know. Dehydration, malnutrition, electrolyte imbalance, headaches, irritability, fatigue, dizziness, constipation. It messes with your menstrual cycle. First of all, we don't even want to have that for the women who still have it. And we're going to mess it up now because we're not eating the right way. You can lose your hair. It causes hair loss. I mean, there is so many side effects to rapid weight loss that people are not talking about. Let's talk about it. Today we're going to talk about it. Back in, like I said, I did the program toward the end of the summer, beginning of the fall. It was a 6-week program. I lost about 25 to 30 pounds over the course of about 12 weeks. The program was only 6, but of course I kept going. I have goals in mind. There's things that I wanted to get done. So I lost the weight. I'll never forget this day. It was back in November. The program had come to an end. and my son's football team made it to like the pre-game, the playoff game before what we would consider like the Super Bowl, like the playoff game. We had to drive about 2.5 hours away to go up to that game. And that entire day, I was in pain. I was in pain. I was nauseated. I didn't feel well. I couldn't even drink water. I could not even sip water. So the type of person that I am is I do not enjoy the effects of vomiting, of throwing up. So I did everything in my power not to do that. So if that means that you're not even gonna sip water, I didn't sip water. I went on like that for a couple of days, just in pain, burning sensation across the top of my stomach, nauseated, stabbing, shooting pains every so often, pain in my shoulder. I mean, it was crazy. But I did what I had to do as a mom. Some of my friends would call me crazy because I still showed up for my son in that game. And I went on like that. We drove back home, still not feeling well. The next, still not feeling well. I made the decision to go to the emergency room. I'm like, at this point, I'm feeling fatigued. I'm washed. Like, I'm done. Because I haven't even been sipping water because I can't tolerate it. Go to the emergency room. They work me up, draw my labs. Clearly, they see that I'm malnourished. You know, my electrolytes are all off because I haven't been eating and drinking. They can tell. So when people come to the emergency room and say, I haven't been able to eat in days and drink, I just want y'all to know we could tell based on your lab work. So anyway, I digress. They could tell that part was true. I think they did a CT scan, but they did not do an ultrasound that day. And there was some concern about the size of my gallbladder, but the doctor did not order an ultrasound. So they gave me nausea medication, they gave me fluids, and they gave me something else. I can't remember. I think it was like maybe omeprazole or something like that. They gave me that, and she ended up sending me home saying, hey, just follow up with your primary care doctor. You need to see a specialist, a GI doctor. We'll do a referral for that, and we'll take it from there. Saw my primary care doctor within two days. I think like 2 days, a day or so. It didn't take long. It may have even been the next day. And she was like, I don't know why they didn't do an ultrasound. She's like, so I'm gonna send you for an ultrasound. I want you to get that done today. Got it done. Found out I had a gallstone. The gallstone was about 5 millimeters, which is pretty small. They said that it was very similar to like the half size of your pinky finger, like your pinky fingertip, like half of that size. That's what size it was. Put the referral, followed up on the referral for me to go in and see the GI. Still didn't get in to see her, but over the days, I started to get a little bit better, was able to tolerate some things, went on a very bland diet, and I was doing better. Finally get in to see the doctor 2 weeks later, maybe 2 or 3 weeks later. By this time, it's mid-December, right before Christmas. She said, well, if you're doing okay, it is our practice, we're not going to bother it if it's not bothering you. Change your diet. I identified, that I had eaten fried chicken the day before that game. And I had not eaten like that. My diet was so clean. I had not eaten that way. So she's like, well, avoid those foods. She did say like, there's a good chance that you can have problems later. Once a person has gallbladder attack once, usually it comes back and it comes back worse each time. But she left it on the table for me. She did a phenomenal job. She said, hey, the minute you have a symptom, no matter what it is, as soon as you have a symptom, you reach out to me in your portal, talk with me, we'll get everything set up. You won't need to come back here. It'll be fine. Fast forward to today. Back in February, around Valentine's Day, I had another attack. Now, mind you, Valentine's Day was very close to the Super Bowl weekend. So what did I decide to eat? A good old chicken wing. Same chicken wing I ate when I had the first attack. Now, mind you, this is not a whole chicken wing. This is like the chicken wing day. Literally, one, maybe two. I didn't have more than two. Because even though I was eating it, I made the decision, like, I'm not going to go overboard. I'm not going to do something terrible to myself. I actually wanted to air fry the chicken wing, but my husband wanted to fry it. Go ahead. You know, he was doing the cooking. It was fine. Messed me up. Woke me up out of my sleep. Worst pain I've ever felt in my life. And I've had 4 kids. And it was awful. And I immediately knew what it was. Vowed I would never eat another chicken wing. Won't touch the stuff. You gonna have to force a chicken wing down my throat if it's fried. I'll eat an air fried chicken wing because they don't bother me. I'll eat a baked chicken wing, a broiled chicken wing, but you're not gonna catch me with no fried chicken. It's changed my life too much. It's causing PTSD. Long story short, called the doctor, called the office, sent her a message in my portal. She had everything ordered that day. Labs, ultrasound, all the things. The first ultrasound I had back in November, they only saw 1 gallstone. This time around, they saw multiple. They saw multiple gallstones. My lab work, however, this time, which was different, was pristine. My lab work was perfect. So she already knew exactly what it was. We all knew what it was. And she also did an EGD just because she wanted to make sure there was nothing else with my history of breast cancer. She's just like, I just want to rule out and make sure there's nothing that we're missing. You know, I just want to make sure there's nothing we're missing. So she did the EGD. All within a week's time. This doctor, Dr. B, she is phenomenal. She gave me her word. I would not have to flip through circles and bend over backwards to try to get in to see her. All I needed to do was send a message and she would get everything taken care of. And that is exactly what she did. That in the interim, I reached out to one of my coworkers who's a doctor. They suggested I take Zofran, and I can't take Zofran because it makes me have headaches, which is one of the side effects of it. I, however, went up to the pharmacy and spoke to the pharmacist, and he's like, "Oh, you can just try and take meclizine like that. It'll do the same thing. It's a little bit nicer, and it has multiple. Meclizine is usually for dizziness and nausea, like people who are prone to motion sickness." So I took that. The magic meclizine worked. I was so grateful. He told me to take it with Coke, like a warm Coca-Cola, and it does something. Well, I don't drink soda, so I just took it with warm tea instead. It probably didn't have the same effect because it didn't have carbonation, but it worked and it did its job. I literally felt better and was okay. The pain was still there, but that nauseating, sick feeling, I didn't have to deal with that at all. So by Valentine's Day, all the labs, all the scans done, in to see the surgeon. Dr. B had all of this stuff set up so great that she got me taken care of. Surgery scheduled for the following Tuesday. It was seamless, and very scared to get this done. I just want to point out, surgery is no small feat. I don't care what you're getting done. If you have to go under, if you are being put in a position to have anesthesia, there are so many side effects. And again, reminder, I'm a nurse. So I've seen some stuff that is it's scary. It's scary. People get rolled into those rooms, and the next thing you know, you're in there doing chest compressions because something went wrong. Maybe they had a reaction to anesthesia that we were unaware of, or who knows what happens when it happens. I have an uncle who went to surgery, and did not make it out. So, I mean, and then I had surgery myself on my breast when I was going through breast cancer, and I just had such a horrible experience, not because of the surgeon, really just a horrible experience after the surgery. So, like, thinking of all those things, like, I was supposed to be off work for like 2 to 3 weeks, and I was off work for 6 months. You know, this pain, and I wasn't healing properly, but I wasn't healing properly because I wasn't eating, because I was kind of depressed at the whole thought of having breast cancer and being 40 years old. Like, there was so much associated with that. Like, I literally had to sit in prayer and meditation before I went to have this surgery, because I wanted to be in a better mindset than I was in the previous surgery. I needed to get all of those bad experiences that I've been a part of out of my mind so that I could take care of what needed to be taken care of. I did so much research about gallbladders and gallstones and trying to figure out healthy ways to remove my gallstones on my own without having surgery. But the one thing that kept coming up was, there is a natural way. You drink this juice, and then you drink olive oil and whatever, and it may pass. But the problem with that is if your gallstone gets out of the gallbladder and it clogs a duct, it can block your liver or your pancreas. And if it does that, it can become a medical fatal emergency. A medical emergency that could lead to a fatality, i.e., death. Is it worth it? No. And I know there's so many health gurus, in the world of the internet. Everybody knows so much. A fatal emergency that could kill you because you want to prove that you know more than what the doctors know. You want to prove what exactly? I don't know. There are so many people who choose to go under the knife for reasons not even this is a medical emergency. Like, I have had 2 gallbladder attacks. One in November, one in February, months apart. The first one was horrible. The second one was far worse. What are we doing? Like, I made the choice not to have the surgery back in December because it wasn't bothering me. The doctor gave me all my options, but she also left it open for me. And she stood good on her promise. The minute you start having one symptom, you reach out to me and I'll get it taken care of. I never even saw her in her office. I never saw her in her office. I didn't see her. I saw her in the hallway at the hospital. And then I saw her in when she did my EGD. Before, she had my EGD and my surgery consultation scheduled the same day. Like, this woman was on her business and was stood by her word. Not because she didn't get paid for those. They don't get paid. They don't charge your insurance for talking to you through the portal. She got paid for the EGD, yes. She works, but that's an example of a doctor who cares. At the end of the day, we have to take care of our bodies. We have to do what we know is right. And these fad diets, this quick lose weight, quick scheme, I'm going to call it, it's not worth it. It's not worth your health. Now, did I realize that I was losing weight so fast that it caused me to have gallstones? I think the percentage is somewhere from like 12 to 25%. They have seen this in people who lose weight fast. I lost weight fast not because I was starving myself. I lost weight fast because I was eating so terrible to begin with that my body probably went into shock. Like, she eating not that much, but she eating. I would eat one good, maybe 2 good meals to eating, multiple small meals over the course of the day. So we got to take care of our bodies. We have to stop looking for ways to get it done quickly. It doesn't just, it's National Women's Month. Like, we celebrate Women's Month. this month, the month of March. And it's just like, as women, we take on so much. Men do too, because I know I have men who follow my channel too. But just like, we take on so much as people, and we try to fit in this box that really we're not supposed to fit in. We were never created to fit in a box. We were never created to fit in anywhere. You're created to stand out and to make a difference, and to bring along people with you on your journey to help them help the next person. I know that seems like a lot, but it's like, your life is not your own. What you're doing, everything you're going through, you can help somebody else. So don't keep stuff to yourself. Why would you do that? Unless you're just selfish. I mean, there are some selfish people out here that only want to think about themselves. God has created me for a purpose and a reason far greater and bigger than myself. And I am so hard-headed. I'll be the first person to admit that I'm hard-headed and I'm stubborn. But when you just give it over and let him do what he wants to do in your life so that you can help the next person, and then that person helps the next person, and that person helps the next person, it is just like this domino effect of greatness. It is. Think about your family. Think about where you've come. Think about, whoever led you to be who you are right now, who encouraged you, who inspired you to do whatever it is that you're doing. So I'm here to encourage you to keep going. Don't stop. This is a minor setback in my story, but I hope it helps somebody else. And I'm not saying that I think I did anything wrong. It's just, what I did wrong was I gained all the weight in the first place. The reason I was able to stay as skinny as I was and as small as I was, even though I thought I was fat then, was because I had an overactive thyroid gland. That allowed me to eat literally whatever I wanted to eat. I could eat like a teenage boy and not gain a pound. And some people just have great genetics where they can eat that way. But even though they look great on the outside, what does the insides look like? We should not be eating genetically modified food. We should not be eating, and we're not hungry. We really should be eating to live, not living to eat. That is how we should live. That is how we should eat. That is how we should take care of our bodies. We should exercise. Another thing that comes up in rapid weight loss is your electrolytes can be imbalanced. So that's looking at your magnesium, your potassium, your chloride, your phosphorus. All of these things are so important. They help regulate your heart, your blood pressure, your nervous system. The minute you take those things off course, especially like that magnesium and potassium, it can cause some irregular heart rhythms that could be fatal. One of the things that messed with my heart rate and rhythm was the Phenerman, I believe is what it's called, a fat loss pill. Do whatever you can to stay the course and stop looking for the quick way out. We don't need a quick way out. We just need a change in our lifestyle. We need to educate ourselves. Do the very best we can. You only get one body. Take care of it. Be consistent. Exercise. Drink water. Measure your food. Track your food. If you need help, reach out. Get a coach. Y'all do what you got to do to take care of you. Don't stop. Don't give up. Be consistent. And just know that this girl right here, I believe in you. I believe you can do it, and we can make it happen together. You take care. Until the next time, be blessed.